January 19th, 2020, and this is the Life in Ohio vlog for this week. Yeah, I'm pulling out on the way to church here, and I actually got a new mount, so maybe you'll see less nostril. Anyway, hopefully make this a quickie. I am on the way to church and a little early, which is fine. Going to be doing, just making sure our string setup is going before I go and sit and get ready to worship my Lord. So, one of the things I've done this week was I looked at my savings. Well, it got paid, of course. And I looked at my savings, and I bought the DJI Osmo Pocket, the accessory kit. Alright, one of the things I'm actually using right now, it's actually holding the camera as I drive along. That way it's not in my hand and I don't have to hold it and I can talk. Is a mount that basically clamps around the Osmo Pocket and then attaches to pretty much anything with a GoPro mount. So I got a standard GoPro buckle, and it's slid into my GoPro suction cup stuck onto my side mirror, my side window here. So now, luckily, I'm at a stoplight. The other thing in there was this little guy. This is a Wi-Fi adapter, and it fits into the bottom of the Osmo Pocket, and it's used for basically I can control it with my phone wirelessly, so I don't have to actually have the phone either attached into it. I don't have to anyway. In fact, I'm using it right now without any phone attachment. But the nice thing here is I can control it wirelessly and do certain things like, for example, long-term time lapses. One thing it has on the back of it, which I didn't show you, but on the back of it is a standard USB port, so I can just attach the USB charger to it and be good to go. Okay, so the other thing is a wheel, and it is basically attaches onto the front of it. When it's in the mount, I actually can't attach it to it, but basically it lets me control the gimbal, as well as there's one button press to flip the camera into selfie mode like it is now, and then there's a wheel, and with the switch in one direction it goes up and down, with the switch in the other direction it goes left and right. So both things actually make this thing a lot more joyful to use, a lot easier to use than just attaching it to the side of the Osmo Pocket. So all said and done, the kit was about $109. I'm still learning specifically the wheel, and hopefully this stoplight stays long enough that I can actually show you what the wheel looks like. And one of the reasons why I got this is one of the reasons. This makes it easy, and no, it didn't stay red. It stayed red, and then as soon as I got to the light, it turned green. Oh well. So it lets me do this kind of a vlog where I don't have to control things, where I can basically be hands off of it, except to record and go. Technically, too, when it's in this mount, I can actually attach it to the power supply on the bottom, so that I can also basically, if I wanted to have a longer video than the few minutes it takes me to get to church here, or if I wanted to do a time lapse, because this thing does, one thing it does excellently is time lapses, both just a standard regular time lapse as well as a motion time lapse where it actually moves the camera. That's also one nice thing that the Wi-Fi adapter does. At least outside of the adapter, the one thing I noticed with the motion time lapse is I can only set it seemed like a 2-point time lapse. So point it one direction on the left and another direction on the right, and it'll do the motion time lapse between those 2 points. Well, with the Wi-Fi adapter, I can set up to 4. So, although I don't know how often I would use 4, most often what I use is 3. So I'll put one down, pointing down low, and then in the middle I'll point it up high, and then at the end I'll point down low again. So that's just usually what I do. So now that I'm stopped, I can finish up this little part of the video. I'm going to show you the wheel a little bit. This is what the wheel looks like. It attaches on the front of the camera. Very useful. I haven't figured out what the right button on it, this button right here, will flip it into selfie mode. This button I haven't quite figured out just yet. I'm working on that yet. So alright, I think that might just be it for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll put this together with some of my drone footage, and I might record a vlog later this week. But and my mount just unstuck, but it is very cold out. So anyway, this has been Life in Ohio vlog for January 19th. We'll talk to you later. 73.